Hey guys, Jonathan Glenn here for Jam Sports London, jamsports.org. How is it going? I'm here to make some NBA picks, some college basketball picks, and also two bowl game picks on the agenda for today. Getting a little bit nervous. The week is almost up. My last week before I start working, so to speak, and doing the Jam Sports every night. That's almost up. I'm getting really excited, really nervous. Still working on getting some of the equipment that I'm supposed to be getting to help enhance the show. I might not have it by the first show, so the first show might be kind of plain, kind of bland. But after that, it will pick up. I'm going to try to get in contact with the guy. Unfortunately, he's flying back from Florida today, so I don't think I'm going to get a chance to talk to him today, and I probably will not get a chance to talk to him over the weekend. Anyway, this video should be somewhat organized because I did a pretty good job of getting everything together that I were to need. We are going to kick things off in the NBA. We had a 500 day in the NBA yesterday. We went 5-5. Not pleased about that at all. How about still winless in Boston? How about that? Boston, I'll tell you this about Boston. I'm going to talk about Boston for just a second. I'll tell you this about Boston. I knew Boston was going to struggle going into it because they're old. Boston is old. I said it before. I said it in the video earlier this week. I think that this is Boston's real last chance to make a run. Their door is closing. I said that. And it's so far showing to be true. They look old. They have a bunch of old legs, and that's not helping them. It might help them, later in the year. I think the shortened season helps them, but they're still old. So it'll help them get through the season, but that's about it. As far as what we did in the NBA, yesterday we went 5-5, 19-13 on the year, 534 and 307 overall, lifetime. Here we go for the picks for today. The Nets take on the Magic. I'm going to go with the Magic in that game. San Antonio takes on Houston. Give me the Spurs to beat the Rockets. Dallas and Oklahoma City. I am a big fan of the Thunder right now. Huge fan of the Thunder in the early part of this year. That game can be seen at 8 o'clock Eastern Time on TNT. I'm going to go with the Thunder. Denver and Portland give me the Trailblazers to beat the Nuggets. Chicago and Sacramento give me the Bulls to beat the Kings. And Knicks-Lakers is the second part of the TNT doubleheader, 10:30 Eastern Time. I am going to go out on a limb. The Knicks were upset by the Warriors last night. I think the Knicks bounce back and beat the Lakers today. But what do I know? Was I right in what I just said? I think I was. Yeah. I was right in what I just said, was I not? Yeah. Cool. We're good now. So there you go. Those are my NBA picks. By the way, I also am going to get more in depth with this, and same thing with the NFL and stuff, and college basketball, and get over our records and standings set up on my computer so I can keep track of them, so I can talk about them better. Get the conferences and stuff set up on my computer, so I can talk about them better. So I'm going to get around to doing that eventually. Probably not right after this video, maybe later today. I'm not sure, but at some point in time. I might just wait until all the NBA action and stuff is done for today, and then for tonight, and then put it together then. Alrighty, we have two bowl games to talk about. If you remember in my video yesterday, which last time I looked, I was the only one that viewed it, so nobody's going to remember. Unless YouTube's having problems with their views again. We had the Military Bowl between Toledo and Air Force. I, at the last minute, changed my pick to Air Force. Air Force lost by 1 point. It was a thrilling, exciting, back-and-forth game. 42-41, Toledo wins. How does Toledo win? Well, let me tell you. Air Force gets a touchdown Okay, with I think it was just over a minute to go, Air Force gets a touchdown, can tie it up with the extra point, tried to be tricky, had a perfect setup play for a 2-point conversion, just had problems executing it. But it was perfect, it would have worked, but the let me tell you what happened. The holder got snapped the ball, and he was supposed to toss the ball to the wide open kicker. Kicker was wide open. However, a Toledo player came up, hit him from behind, kind of knocked the ball a little before the holder was ready for it, or was ready for it to come out, and so it was a bad pass, and it hit the ground. Well, the kicker couldn't get a hold of it and kicked it out of bounds. Wouldn't have mattered anyway because on a play like that, the only person who can recover the ball is the fumbler, and there was no way that the quarterback or that the holder was going to recover that fumble. So exciting game there. I also said that I was a little bit nervous to pick Texas to beat California, but I did it anyway. Glad I did it. David Ash got the start. Didn't look real great, but nonetheless, Texas's defense had a great pass rush. They had a lot of sacks on California last night, and it was just a good showing by Texas, 21-10. Texas gets the win. Alright, 2 games today. Both I'm actually looking forward to. And, yeah, and the Champs Sports Bowl on ESPN, ESPN3 and ESPN 3D even, at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Florida State takes on Notre Dame. Now, this game is going to be nothing like their game in 1993, but I still think it'll be an okay game. I think Notre Dame wins. Next up, at the beginning of the year, I was never a real big fan of our Heisman Trophy winner, RG3, Robert Griffin III. As I've continued to watch him, I've really started to like him. And I am playing a game on ESPN Radio right now, and ESPN.com right now, and I've got a lot of points. It's not for money or anything, it's just for fun, but I've got a lot of points invested in Baylor. I've got, there's possible 35 points, and I've got 35 points invested in Baylor tonight. So I'm hoping that RG3 and Baylor have a great game against Washington in the Valero Alamo Bowl, ESPN and ESPN3, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Check that game out. Check out if you haven't seen RG3 play for one reason or another, check him out. Definitely an exciting player to watch. Okay, let's get to college basketball. Boy, this video is a lot longer than yesterday's. Here we go. Yesterday in college basketball. Oh, let's I forgot to go over the bowl record. So 1-1, like I said yesterday. 7-3 on the year. 17-6 overall. That's just for bowls. We are 12-2. We went 12-2 yesterday with our picks, including our Michigan State to upset Indiana. That went well. We are 156-29 on the season, and I forgot to take down the overall record, so my apologies. Maybe I will put it in a annotation in the video. So, alrighty, here we go. Top 25 action first. Elon takes on number 6 North Carolina. Give me North Carolina. That game can be seen on ESPNU at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. ESPN2 has 3 games tonight. This is one of them. 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Number 10 Florida takes on Rutgers. I'm going to go with Florida. Also at 9 o'clock Eastern Time on ESPN2, Vanderbilt takes on number 13 Marquette. I am going to go with Marquette. I kind of thought about going upset a little, but decided I wasn't going to. Penn State takes on number 16 ranked Michigan. Give me Michigan. Howard takes on 18 Kansas. Give me Kansas. And 23rd ranked Harvard takes on Boston College. Give me Harvard. Pretty much the rest of these games can be seen on ESPN3, except for one that I'll tell you about when we get there. Green Bay and Butler. Give me Butler in that game. Citadel takes on Tennessee. Give me Tennessee. Next up, we've got Southern Illinois and Evansville. Give me Evansville. Georgia Tech and Fordham can be seen at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. On CBS College Sports, I'm going to go with Georgia Tech in that game. And I got a few more games here. Jacksonville and Alabama, give me Alabama. Oklahoma and Cincinnati, that game can be seen on ESPNU at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Kind of wish I could watch that one. I'm going to go with Cincinnati in that game, though. And last but not least, the third game on the triple header of ESPN2 basketball action. BYU takes on St. Mary's at 11 o'clock Eastern Time, and I am going to go with BYU. Alrighty, like I said, we are counting down to the start of the JM Sports Show. Remember that barring anything happening, if everything goes according to plan, that will be debuting, depending on where you are, sometime late Monday night will be when the first airing of that is, so be on the lookout for that. I don't think I'm going to go live right away. I'm still actually working with Blog TV a little bit to try to see what they can provide me with. So I don't know if I'm going to be live right away. It might just be a YouTube thing to start out with, but that's okay. We're cool with that. I am Jonathan for NFL 200 and jmsports.org. I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Peace.